Hello and welcome to gunnersdaily YouTube channel, where we are covering all the latest Arsenal news and everything that is happening around the club. International break is fully on, so that means no club football for the next 10 days or so. And with that, as we are slowly going into December, there are more and more rumors starting to circulate around about what is Arsenal's plan for the January transfer window. Edu Gaspar and Mikel Arteta, who do they want to bring and who should be sold? So don't forget to leave a like on this video and subscribe to the Gunners Daily YouTube channel, because we will be covering all that is happening this winter. Every story, news, rumor, everything else related to Arsenal. So subscribe now so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Okay, now that we pushed that out of the way, let's start talking about today's topic. And that is, Mikel Arteta reportedly wants to bring KALVIN Phillips to Arsenal in this January transfer window. I know, it is not the most exciting news ever, but hey, it is what it is. So let's get into it. KALVIN Phillips is 27 years old, but he will turn 28 this December. He plays for Manchester City and is an occasional England international. Now, listen to this. Phillips spent a 6-year contract with Man City in summer 2022. But he has made only 26 appearances and started 5 times, twice in the Premier League since. So, that means he has a contract with Manchester City till 2028 with a guaranteed base salary of £150,000 per week. And that means he probably isn't too eager to leave City at the moment, when he has a contract with them for the next 5 years that will guarantee him around £8 million per year. So what does that mean exactly for Arsenal? Well, it probably means that if Arteta decides to sign him, you will have to give him another long-term contract on at least the same wages that he's been having now at City, if not bigger, on top of paying a hefty transfer fee to Manchester City, because they will surely want to take something for him when he still has 5 years left in his contract. So the real question here is, do Arsenal really want to lock themselves up in a contract with a 28-year-old injury-prone KALVIN Phillips? Look, when KALVIN Phillips played regularly for Leeds in the Premier League and in the Championship, I thought he was a brilliant player. I watched enough Leeds games to see that he was their driving force in the midfield and probably their best player during that period, under Marcelo Bielsa. But the thing is, I don't think KALVIN Phillips can replicate those levels anymore. Since he signed for City, he's constantly been injured. And even when he was fit and Pep Guardiola decided to put him on the pitch, he looked completely lost, at least in my opinion. He looked like he didn't belong there, completely out of touch. But that doesn't mean that he wouldn't be a good player for Arsenal. But you see my point. Jorginho is leaving. Thomas Partey is reportedly leaving. Mohamed Oneni is also probably leaving in the summer. We have to be realistic. Our whole midfield will need a complete revamp for the next season, and I don't know if KALVIN Phillips is the guy who I would choose to start our midfield rebuild and play alongside Declan Rice. If it was KALVIN Phillips from 2 years ago, yeah, then sure, get him now. But this current version of him is just, I don't know. Do you know how bad and out of form you have to be for Gareth Southgate to call you up for the national team? Exactly. So I don't know, but now I'm going to read out some of your comments from this morning's posts. So let's see. White Try says, don't worry, if Arteta wants him, I want him. Will be the line as normal. L3 Gate says, if this is the Partey replacement, I'll actually cry. And it probably is Partey replacement if you're being honest. Invincible 18 says, I doubt it, but to be fair, I thought the Havertz rumors were a joke as well, and we know what happened there. When I first read about the Havertz rumors, I was 100% sure, nah, this gotta be fake. After the season Arsenal had with Mikel Arteta and the team chemistry that was so good, why would Kai Havertz join Arsenal? Or better said, why would Arsenal send an offer for Kai Havertz? I thought that was 100% fake. But, yeah. Jonathan Neloy says, him and Declan worked quite well together for England previously. The man's a workhorse. People are judging him because he's not playing, but when he was at Leeds, not many would have complained. We need squad depth. I agree with that. When he was at Leeds, he was a brilliant player. But right now, I don't know. In 2023, Agarukimima Poland says, Arteta is simply dismantling what he had started to build at Arsenal. That is true. Or at least it seems that way. Relonsk says, yup, this guy would be a great replacement for Partey. Wouldn't want our physios to get bored. Okay, Boxing Finest Warrior says, I don't really rate him too much at City, but partnering him with Rice and Odegaard, I think he could be pretty good. I think I would prefer him over Havertz. I would prefer him over Havertz if he's healthy, but yeah. Kim Kardashian, let me guess, he's going to want Maguire next. John says, Phillips is a good player as a Leeds fan. Arsenal LFC says, Arteta is slowly throwing his own windows. He just don't realize it. iFun Guitar says, if we want to be as good as City, if not better, then we can't just buy their rejects. I don't know. I think their rejects are still quality. Zinchenko, quality. Jesus, quality. I agree to some extent with what you are trying to say, but I don't know. I would be more happier if we decided to buy some other player from Manchester City and not Kalvin Phillips. Cosmic Wanderer says, Arteta just buying Pep and City's hand-me-down rejects. Reminds me of United doing the same with Real Madrid's has-beens and injury-prone bums. Terence says, this is madness. Jack Williams says, this team already has enough rejects from City, Chelsea, Real Madrid, etc. So the genius that is Arteta now wants to add another injury-prone Man City reject to the ranks. Arteta wants to get sacked at this point if he is that deluded to think Phillips is going to add anything. There's only a select few in the current team that aren't rejects, and ironically, all of them came in or were integrated during the Emery time. Tells you all you need to know. When you think about it, it's funny, but we signed Gabriel Jesus for Manchester City, injury-prone completely. Half of the time out of the pitch. Zinchenko, same thing. And if we sign Kalvin Phillips now, it makes you think. Angela Nakina says, with Rice in the middle, I'm sure you can't wait to watch the dynamic duo. Joseph Monturi says, oh yeah, Kelvin is a player who can add value to the team. Definitely he is part of the solution to the team when integrated with the ones we have, but not selling others like what we did with Granit Xhaka. Neil Baker says, might as well sign Maguire with him. Lieutenant Columba says, I get it because of financial fair play, but Luis should get... I get it because of financial fair play for Luis, but should get Phillips on loan, then go back in summer for Luis. So, to get Phillips on loan till summer and then go, I don't think that would happen. I don't think City would approve that. Jordan says, it's true. The only sane explanation is that he's trying to win the league with as many crap players as possible. Kurt says, hear me out. Phillips tries double pivot with Odegaard ahead. I'm listening. Ejiro says, ESPN says Newcastle want him. Now you're saying Arsenal want him. Which is it? These rumors are a joke. Don't blame me, mate. DG says, if this happens and if it is Arteta pushing this, then I want Arteta out. From signing Havertz for 65 million to letting Xhaka go for peanuts, no thank you. Also, the Ramsey situation is ridiculous and was not needed. Raya has been more dodgy and made more mistakes than Ramsdale. You could blame him for the Newcastle goal. He comes out flapping his hands and misses the ball. Dodgy balls. You know what? I give... After the last season, last 2 seasons, I give Mikel a lot of credit. But you know what? It's true. From signing Havertz for 65 mil, it was a complete debacle in my opinion. It was an atrocious decision. To letting Xhaka go, I agree. You didn't replace Xhaka properly. With the whole Raya Ramsdale situation, which I think was completely unnecessary. Completely. I still don't see the point in having 2 top quality keepers. But okay. You know what? Arteta is not doing himself any favors right now if things don't go his way. So let's go to the next one. Jack Murray says, this KALVIN PHILLIPS stuff has conclusively shown me we have the worst fans in the world. We also have some of the best, but saying Arteta out over a fucking transfer link is genuinely insane. When we are tied with best defense in the league, nearly qualified for UCL knockout stages and only a point behind City. You have a point. Busaya Midovu says, if Arteta truly wants him, I support anyone he wants. He's the gaffer and I trust him. Howard Levi says, it's basically Partey 2.0, injury prone. If Arsenal can add another midfielder, then okay, yes. Adamo Marinelli says, nah, Arsenal, don't do this. Phillips is a scrub, hasn't played a minute of football at City for the last 2 seasons. Declan Thomas says, everyone comparing this to the Havertz signing has a very short memory. Havertz has never proven his hype in the Premier League. Phillips dragged Leeds into the Premier League and kept them there. Just because Pep doesn't like him doesn't mean he's not a quality player, comparable to Rice on his day. Doesn't mean he's not a quality player, no one is saying that. And if we are talking about KALVIN PHILLIPS from 2, 3, 4 years ago, top quality player, no doubt about that. And who knows, maybe if he joins Arsenal, he would be a complete hit. But who knows? User says, when he was belonged to Leeds, most would have said yes. Cyanide says, never the best option, always the cheapest option. Hope he does well though. Joseph Washi says, sounds like his agent is putting out feelers. Christian Paredes says, bro got Tielemans and or Thuram from... Bro, get Tielemans and or Thuram from Nizza. Vice Pala says, please stop signing rejects. Arteta needs to find his own players. Sandy says, dude, he rarely played for Manchester City, even in FA Cup, and he's overweight. Well, for footballer. That's true, I've seen some pictures from this summer, yeah. What kind of same manager would do that? We also target Ivan Toney, even though he was banned for a season, which raised question of his fitness, and Brentford asked 100 million. Raya also know better than Ramsdale, and Arsenal just wasted 65 million on Kai. I thought we were supposed to improve this club after last season, but it feels like Arteta tried to dismantle his own hard work these past few years. Razor says, why are we always trying to buy their rejects? Do we seriously think we can take the title away from them if we sign their rejected players? This is utterly pathetic. Man City players little brothers in Chenko all the time. Is this how we get the respect from them? By buying their reject players? Non Sudimuko. That means Arteta foes not have a good scout. Benny the Battery says, Man City won't sell to us again. I agree. I don't think they would sell. They would gladly sell to us again. But KALVIN PHILLIPS, yeah, I think they would approve that. Gilla Slater says, it's rumors, guys. Stop falling for it. Tekken says, let Everton have him. There's also been some rumors surrounding him that Everton are interested in KALVIN PHILLIPS alongside Newcastle United for this January. Vam Animator says, Arsenal fans losing their minds about a 20 mil backup signing. Laughing my ass off. I can't call myself an Arsenal fan anymore, I think. You rather have spent 1 billion and be 12th like Chelsea because transfer spend and big name players is all that interests you people. Colin Jr. says, we better get Zubimendi and not this stinker. It's Saif says, a City outcast, no thank you. The guy's boots have been collecting dust. Jaimo says, taking too many gambles, stop signing rejects and get someone who is proven like Neto or Douglas Luiz. And so on and so on. And that's basically it. So, what are your thoughts? For those of you who are watching this video, would you like to see KALVIN PHILLIPS in his current state and form join Arsenal permanently in this January transfer window? Write down in the comments. Thank you all for commenting. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And Gunners, see you on the next one. Peace.